This is a drone that can fly, and it has 6 wings. It's called a hexa shape. So this is a drone with hexacopter that has a magnifier over here. And this magnifier, it has a shutter. So this is the shutter. It's closed. Once it's flying, it opens the shutter and it will focus the sunlight in a specific location and it's gonna burn it. I invented this drone. It's called the burning drone. I invented it so it could help the government here to do safety on the sand. So it could draw on the sand. I had a brother and my brother died because of a car accident in the sand. There wasn't, they couldn't have safety signs over there because when you plug it in the floor, it's full with sand. So it's gonna fall immediately. I am an inventor, and everyone who is an entrepreneur or who is an inventor who creates a new ideas, he cannot take these ideas to the next level without a venture capital. Because if I go to a bank, the bank is gonna tell me, okay, why do I give you some money? Why do you take money? And this money is a big risk for the bank. He doesn't know my credit. He doesn't have any information about me as an entrepreneur. And either I take a loan and it's too risky, otherwise I'm gonna fail. So today I'm gonna share with you what is venture capital. What is venture capital? So I hope that we can explore together this corporate venture capital. I am doing my doctorate in ISM in Paris, International School of Management. And this is my course about corporate venture capital. And I'm here today to talk about the venture capital. So at the beginning, let me ask, what is a venture capital? Do you recall the mad dash in 1990? The economy turned down. So what happened at that time? A lot of companies came and started venture capitals. But what happened within the first year, after 12 months of investing, a lot of those companies stopped investing. 1/3 of these companies stopped their investings and they just exit from the market without any return. They couldn't wait. But guess what? There are a lot of people who invested money and they gain a lot of return as well. So in 1998, the 468 million turned to 6.2 billion beginning of 2000. This is a huge return. So studies shows that around 98% of venture that is invested in startups fails. Only 2% win, but those 2%, they have a huge chance to become the next unicorns. So we call unicorn the big companies. So what is corporate venture capital, CVC? It's a corporate venture capital. This capital that is going in adventure, like when the word adventure, it's the similar, we use it for venture capital. So this capital, this cash is gonna be the risk. We are gonna take the risk on it. And we are gonna go in adventures with the new entrepreneurs to different locations, different places, and we are gonna try to see some new exploration in that. And that's why we say high risk, high returns. But if you don't want high returns, just keep your money in the bank or somewhere else, and it could be safer over there. So the venture capital has characteristics. One of the main characteristics of this venture capital is to be a risky. So the owner of this venture capital should take risk as well and invest in a new young entrepreneurs. What is the project life cycle? For example, this drone over here. What is the life cycle of this drone? First, you have an idea. So when people invest in the idea stage, you still have nothing but idea. This is a big risk. So the risk here is really big. And that's why the amount that you are putting is very small compared to the share of the equity that you're going to gain. So for example, if I have an idea and I have $1 million, if I put the $1 million in the idea stage, I could gain up to 60 or 70% of the idea of the project. If I put the same $1 million when the project is growing and now they have a prototype and they have something working, maybe I can't get more than 20%. But if it's growing and it is a really successful idea, if I put my money over there, the 1 million maybe gets me like 1%, if I'm lucky, 2%, 10%, 5%, not more than that. Because now the company is established, the idea is up and out there. So the best venture capitals who are investing in ideas are not yet in the news, ideas that people not yet heard about, ideas that could be the next big boom, the next unicorn, the next Uber, the next Amazon, the next Starbucks, the next Marriott hotels, all these different categories where a lot of people trying to invent and trying to come out with the new ideas here and there as an entrepreneurial in that locations. You remember Kodak? So what happened with the invention of the camera? This digital camera over here destroyed that company. So big companies, big corporates, they spend thousands and thousands of money, of dollars, and they keep them actually for a research or R&D. But those R&D systems are very traditional, and the growth, the change rate in these organizations is very slow, is a turtle speed, going on turtle, because most of the international and big companies, they are working under a quality management systems like ISO, International Standards of International Organization of Standards. So these ISO and other quality certifications asks the company to write a description for every job, every thing in the organization. Everything should be written so you can keep the high level of quality and standards. But this gives you a limitation on innovation. And if you have a new idea, the system will kill it before you even think about it. It's not part of your daily job. It's not part of the ecosystem. It's not part of the company. So ideas like digital camera, when it comes to Kodak and big organizations, usually the judgment is on these ideas is going to be by killing those ideas and ignoring them. It's a kind of distracting part for those dinosaurs and big organizations and big Titanics. It's not easy to change the direction. And that's why today there are a lot of corporates thinking of adding some of their capital for partnering the new startups. And here where comes the CVC, the corporate venture capital. So Let me show you some hierarchy over here. Entrepreneurs, there are independent entrepreneurship, and there are corporate entrepreneurships. So the independent, the ones like me, we work alone. But like the corporate entrepreneurs, they have different categories. Either they go to strategic renewal, so they focus on strategic part, or they go to innovation, so they innovate and they put their money and try to innovate themselves, or they put the corporate venturing by having two different options. Either they support internally their employees, or they create the ecosystem over there. And here where ISO came out with a new concept, which is called ISO 56000, which is the innovation management system. So the corporates enable and try to use all the talented people in the organization to help them to come out with ideas internally from the employees. And that means that helping them to be innovative and to make new ideas. It's really interesting to see systems like that, because it's changing. It's a world shift for the level of management and quality. ISO was always about standardization, about doing quality jobs, but today they are trying to disrupt the market by introducing those entrepreneurial ideas, entrepreneurial spirit over there in the organization by implementing ISO 56000. And there is an external venturing where our subject today is about. It's about the corporate venture capital. So all those big organizations, they have some funds, and they do it either by dedicating the fund for those committees that will search for new and innovative ideas in their field, and they are going to acquire them. So they call them acquisitions, or by JV, like joining them and doing an alliance with them. This is how most of the organizations today trying to introduce this new concept of corporate venture capital, which is amazing. I believe that this is one of the best things that will help the shift of the innovation in our humanity in Earth. So let us talk about some advantages of this. One of the advantages, in my opinion, that it could get a huge return. So if you start investing in idea stage and you put some money in the idea stage, it's going to be really big in no time if it is lucky and successful. As well, it is cheaper than creating an R&D section or a department in your organization, because in R&D you will pay those people to do the research every day and to have their labs and their raw material, whatever is it, and how the business model is structured. Putting the capital, HR, human technology, and financials, all this kind of different elements, and just spending on resources all the time, while in the other part, you don't pay an entrepreneur to do anything. He just work, and once he think that he have an idea, he is ready to pitch it away. You create this kind of ecosystem where you throw away some money and purchase and get shares and buy an equity in those potential startups. Also, it's a kind of an image, and a prestigious image, where you have the higher hand and you give the money, and it is kind of social responsibility. People look at you that it is really something. They admire people who work in startups and support the ecosystem, the community, by helping them growing their entrepreneurial ideas. But in real, it is a partnering with individuals and partnering with others' potential ideas, where you could win a lot of money. And even if you have the no-go or go word as a top hand in the subject, you could also kill the project before it's born, and you can also sell it. You can do a merger, you can do acquisition, and you can do a lot of things, as you are the one who having the bigger share. Some of the disadvantages: it is too risky. Yes, you could lose, and successful rates are very low. That's why people are trying to come out with a lot of different ideas to minimize the risk and to have education system to enable those startups to help them doing things on a better way. Plus, also, those startups are easy to be distracted, and they could easily change their direction since they are 5-6 people working together, maximum 10 people. They can easily change the business model at any time. They will keep searching for innovative ideas. Their spirit is to try something new every day, so maybe they cannot stick to the plan. Also, one of the bigger risks they have and disadvantage that they don't have any experience, where especially when it comes to the legal structure, to the fundraising, to financial reporting, writing the financials, doing a business model, a lot of things, a lot of things. That means a lot of education, so, and dedication as well. So CVCs, the best CVCs who should have a clear, let's say, a bar. They should pass this bar. They should take enough experience and education to reach this level. So in conclusion, CVC is a very good, since it has a huge return. The impact is very nice, either as an image impact or as a reputation or even for the society. And you could have the next big cash cow under your hands without any big issues or big amount or big investments from your side. And it could come to you like in a plate of gold, as we say. Thank you everyone for watching this presentation. Thank you, Professor. This was a great experience for me. Thank you for letting me express my feeling about CVC and sharing this video maybe with other people and students. Thank you everyone for listening. Thanks. Have a good day.